Good morning. Welcome to World of Work Wednesday. We got Mr. Pope, Mr. Davidson on there with down at Epcot. Hope everybody's had a happy New Year and had a good holiday season. And we're going to talk about building construction and masonry this morning.
Yes, sir. This is Mr. Luke Pope. He's the instructor in the Masonry and Building Construction program. He's also a baseball coach at Section High School. So in the afternoons, you may see him at some of our local high schools during baseball season. And hopefully, as the spring warms up, their season starts pretty soon for that. But we're going to take you around the masonry shop here today. We're in the classroom right now, and as we transition out of the classroom, we're going to go in the shop. I will warn you, there are a lot of fans and heaters blowing out there this morning, so it could be a little noisy. And we know that today is the first day back, and so we may keep this one a little bit short. But if you've got any questions, please push those through the chat box, and we can answer those questions. We've got the second semester. Me and Mr. Cobham were talking the other day. We've got several more weeks of current programs that we offer here at Epcot, and then we've got some ideas going forward. Is that still the plan, Mr. Cobham?
Yes, that's still the plan. As soon as we get through going through all the programs at Epcot, Mr. Davidson and I have been talking, and we'd like to start trying to feature maybe some things outside of what we do that are broader-based things in our community, and let everybody still be aware of other opportunities that things may tie into, not necessarily directly, but things that Epcot can tie into, things that we all need to learn more about.
That's right. A little introduction into masonry and the building construction. This is a program that's part of a cluster. Just like we've already exposed some of the other programs that are under the same cluster of architecture and construction. You've got welding as part of that, HVAC, building construction, cabinetry, masonry, electrical, and I may have left one out, but this is one of the largest clusters, and so this is just another program that falls under that. And when you think about masonry, and I'm standing on some tile floor right now, I'm looking at tile walls. Brick and block is not the only thing that you can think of when you think of masonry. Just imagine how much stone masonry has been put up today and how many tile showers are being constructed. So I'm going to turn it over to Mr. Pope, and he can talk to you about the program and what students would be able to take part in and participate in. I will let you know that there are credentials to be earned. This is still part of Skills USA. In a normal situation, if we were in a normal year, we'd be gearing up for competitions for Skills USA. And he also teaches NCCR Core, which is also part of our program clusters for architecture and construction. So here's Mr. Luke Pope.
Good morning. How y'all doing? I hope everybody had a good break. A little background on me. My name is Luke Pope. I'm from Section. Graduated Arkansas State University in the ag business degree. And then I started my career in construction, building houses with my dad, Ricky Pope. And I've been around construction my entire life and just fell in love with it. It's satisfying when you build stuff with your own hands. And that's a little bit about me, but I'll go through my program. This is a 3-year program. Our first year students, we focus mainly on safety. Then we start with construction math, figuring out material, figuring out concrete. And then we get familiar with the tools that we're going to use in the class. As Mr. Davidson said, we do NCCER. I do that with the first year students. It's good. It walks through how to use hand tools and just familiarizes the kids with the tools that they're going to need to go out in the real world and work. Our second and third year is more of a project-based class where we pretend that we're our own company, and we got about 15 projects that we cover, from retaining walls to doing a foundation, block work. We do a tile shower, tile floor, tile wall. Trying to get out of just doing one little thing and introducing the kids to multiple things that they could do to go out and make money for their families in the future. We work, Cody Lambert last year, we poured a sidewalk out here at the storm shelters. they got to experience what it was like to pour concrete and have a concrete truck come up. We're actually going to North Jackson next week to do a retaining wall at the baseball field. That shows the kids like real life work experience, what it takes to go out there and make money for themselves. We also, first year, we started out with a tape measure. I don't know if y'all can see that, but to do any kind of anything electrical, even working on cars, welding, no matter what, you got to know how to read a tape measure. So we focus a lot on that during the first year, reading the tape.
And I think that's been a common theme that we've had in a lot of these programs. And this goes back to a lot of our middle school students, elementary. The foundations, the simple things of using a ruler right now that you're going to be using, and you think, man, how many times am I going to mention reading a measuring tape or reading a ruler or fractions? Kids, that's real life. That's never going to leave you. That's going to go into any program, job, skill that you're going to have for the rest of your life. And another thing that he's mentioned that I think a lot of folks can pick up on for a lot of these programs, a lot of the things that you can learn at Epcot, you can either A, become a small business owner, or B, you can do these projects on your own time around your house or family and friends and save yourself a lot of money. If I had the skills to do a lot of these different trades, I mean, all the things that you could do would be endless.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Does anybody have any questions for us before we go out in the shop?
Don't see anything right now. Let's see.
We've been screaming and the heater just kicked off.
Okay, no, we're good. We're good.
All right, we're going to take a little tour of the shop then.
Miss Haynes, good to see you on this morning.
This is a brick oven that my second and third year students have been working on. We're trying to raise money for our class, so we're thinking outside the box and trying to show them something that they could do with the skills they learn in here. And then we have a mock shower over here, where we learn how to waterproof it, lay backer board, and tile it. That's real good to learn that. You can make a killing doing just showers. Then these, we just use that for tile. We lay tile, and then we use the floor for our brick projects. And that's pretty much my shop.
Can you see the whole area, Mr. Collins?
Yes, we can see the whole area. So you mentioned making a killing doing showers. And one thing we always like to point out, what are we looking at as far as what somebody in that field can expect to make? I mean, I know that it's going to have a pretty wide range because you cover a lot of different things, but give us some examples, if you could, about the money that's available there.
If you do like a tile shower, which, you know, a tile floor wouldn't pay as much as a tile shower would because it's not quite as elaborate as a shower. But on average, you can $35, $40 an hour on a tile shower. Really depends on the design you want to use. You can do just about any design, and the harder the design, the more money you're going to make. That's the same with tile flooring. Just really anything, rock work, it all depends on how fancy you want to get with it. But your average, I'd say, a person laying tile, the U.S. average is about $62,000 a year. Okay. Brick mason, laying block and brick, average is about $70,000 a year, and concrete finishers are around $45,000 a year.
So really good money and all that stuff.
Yes, sir.
And I think one thing too, I know they mentioned tape measures and fractions and all those things. I think when you're laying tile and people are wanting designs, you got to have a really good knowledge of geometry, a really good knowledge of symmetry, and the way that angles and all those things go together too, to make sure that everybody's stuff looks the way they want it to look.
Yes, sir. That's why we focus a lot on construction math and first year students. Because math is very important when you enter the construction field. So we take a lot of time to to learn how to figure up material, figure up anything. Just think outside the box on how you do it.
And another thing just to point out, this is not just a predominantly male field. This is like all of our programs, they're open to both males and females. There's opportunities for design. I mean, a lot of these jobs are meticulous jobs. So you have a lot of teamwork that is involved with this, from a design team to an estimator team to an actual production team. So,
right.
Yeah. I had 3 girls in my class first year, and they were 3 of the best students I've had. So it's not just for males. Females can do it just as good as the guys can.
Absolutely. Any questions out there this morning? So I know everybody, we're trying to get cranked back up after Christmas, and I know down there at Epcot today, y'all got a whole new schedule this time, and I know y'all are a little bit short on time this morning, but anything else, Mr. Davidson?
Just to let you know that Mr. Pope can also come next week and join us again if we need to, if we got any questions, because that's going to go into the second half of the building construction team with Mr. Treese. So it's a different shop across the campus here, but Mr. Pope and Mr. Treese work together with those students. We're trying to give them some cross-training skills like we have introduced this year with building construction and last year with building construction. So he'll be available if you have anybody that watches the video, because today was the first day back and we don't have a lot of folks live. If people are watching our video and have questions and want to join us next week, we'll sort of continue it as sort of part 2 next week, if you will.
Sounds good. Well, I hope everybody's had a great day. Hello, Mr. Robbins. Good to see you this morning. So I hope everybody has a fantastic day. We will have the recording posted hopefully within the hour, and then and we'll go from there. So y'all have a great day. Happy New Year, everybody.
Happy New Year.
Thank you.